operated in Germany. Tony De Bruyne with the Bronco. Essentially as a target tug, 18 of those were produced. It was, however, in its operations in combat zones that this aircraft is really famous. Going through a series of different profiles, we'll get examples of the fantastic short takeoff and landing capability of this aircraft. Well used, very rugged, able to be flown off dirt strips and roads, and also requiring predominantly less than 200 to 300 meters most of the time. You'll see it demonstrate its ground attack profile as well as its agility in the sky and its marvelous design, as just said, with the Air Force, the Navy and the Marines. There was an original aspiration to make it amphibious, but didn't go that far. But it can carry well over 2,000 pounds of cargo, 6 paratroopers or 2 stretchers and a medic inside. So a great utility aircraft. To enable it to loiter in those fields, the Bronco has armour protection, bullet-resistant windshields and self-sealing fuel cells to keep it airborne in those hostile environments. Designed, as I say, to operate in rugged environments, but also from an aircraft carrier as well. It can loiter for up to 3 hours at speeds of in excess of 300 miles an hour. Coming in for a slow speed, dirty pass here. That means that it's got a bit of flap and also the undercarriage down. You can see where the pilot sits there. He sits up front and quite high, so able to see a lot. And that twin boom configuration, really ideal for towing things behind it, or also, in this case, putting a bubble at the end of the fuselage and using it for air-to-air photography. Orders for these went to and supplied in later years to Morocco, the Philippines and Colombia. Repositioning now. I suspect we are geared to see one of his strafing attacks very shortly. This is a good example of observing from altitude. Yeah, here he comes in now, stick forward, throttle coming on. You can imagine now the gunfire as he pulls up to avoid the small arms fire coming up at him. Chipmunk coming in to strafe those a bit nearer now to the pier. Flown a lot of Garrett engine hours flying this, but also manages a short skyvan as well, used mainly in the military parachuting role for all arms around Europe. As an aviation photographer himself, as he comes in for another straight run, this time looking menacingly through my window. Oh, close shave. He uses this briefly in Kingsman, the Secret Service. But this, I think, is favourite aircraft, a lovely parabolic topside pass there, where he got a good look at you guys down there on the beach. Thereabout. And of course its low speed capability equally essential during that phase as well. You know, the big wing waggle, absolutely delightful performance. Wonderful stuff, and that's go through full 360 degrees from one side to another there. But not quite over yet. Ordnance on board. We're setting up now for what we call the K-SAN approach, where we now are identifying that there are enemy troops on the ground trying to shoot him down, coming in very steep and quickly. And had we had a runway there, which we have had at Southport in the past, just literally needing a couple of 100 yards to put this on the deck. Absolutely terrific. So Bronco, I understand, going back off to Blackpool, so no more chance to give him a wave, and we're pretty much running on back on schedule at the moment, which means